Hello, it's your friend Phil, Project Management Trainer and Coach. Today I'm going to give you a very quick demo of how our project management training system works for the PMP exam based on the PMBOK Guide 6th edition. Lots of people have asked the question and said, Phil, I'm studying this book. I want to take it to the next level. What do I do? And I typically tell them they need to go to pmsucceed.com or www.praizion.com. And I've still gotten questions as far as how does it work? When I go to Praizion.com, what I see is 3 different curricula, and I'm not sure which one to get. I also hear from some students that they're not sure if they're on the right page because they end up seeing a reference being made to Vimeo.com. So right now I'm going to show you how the system works. If you go to the website pmsucceed.com or Praizion.com, you end up seeing, like I said, a page with these 3 options. The first option right here is PMP Exam Prep Camp 2018. Now, if you are getting ready for the PMP exam based on the 6th edition and you have not been for training, you've not been for 35 contact hour training, I would like to recommend PMP Exam Prep Camp 2018. It's a self-study program and you'll be able to get your 35 contact hours and you'll be able to take quizzes and mock exams within this curriculum. So let's click on it and explore it a little bit further. So if you click on that, it will take you to Vimeo. It will take you to this page in Vimeo, and it will ask you to subscribe, although you can watch the trailer. Okay. When you come aboard and you do subscribe, you'll be able to view a plethora of content that exists within the system. There's a lot of content here. This is a very content-rich and very content-heavy course. So when you finally subscribe, you'd need to log in to Vimeo and you need to click on Purchases. Clicking on Purchases shows you your active rentals. You can see I've got various rentals here, and it's a monthly rental, so you don't need to keep it running. If you don't need it, you can shut it off the next month. You could go a month at a time. Some folks are on the PMP journey for a whole year. And if you're one of those students who is on the PMP journey for a whole year, the question I typically ask people is, it's a big book. Are you going to be done studying it in a month? Maybe you need the videos to get you going the first month, and then you really need to crack this thing open and read it for month 2. And then month 3, you can get back on the system and hammer it home and finalize all your studying for the exam. So you don't have to keep it running if you don't need it. But anyway, once you log in to the system and you click on Watch Now, it will open up a page that gives you access to all of these videos. And if you take a look at the duration, it shows that this will take you 1 day and 1 hour. That's 25 solid hours of content to watch. We're not even talking about taking the quizzes yet. Just watching the content without hitting the pause button is going to take you a day and an hour. Now, the other cool thing about this curriculum, if you wanted to study by knowledge area, you could. You can see that we've got Develop Project Charter, Develop Project Management Plan, videos, snippets of each. And these are not videos that you cannot watch within 30 minutes. Each of these videos is typically anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes. So you can see that if you wanted to look at direct and manage project work, you can just click on that video, just that video, and hone in on the process, direct and manage project work, nothing else. Get focused on the process. And when you are done with that process, you know you are done with the process. You see, in addition to having great content, you have lots of content-rich information being shared in slides, in PowerPoints, and you also see your instructor all throughout. This is not a death by PowerPoint type of course. This is the kind of course where you're hearing the information coming across to you in a logical and human fashion, not like a robot going on for 20, 50 hours without stopping. You get that feeling that you are in a live setting with an instructor. The other cool thing is if you wanted to study the information by process group, you could. So you can see there's 122 additional episodes. So we're talking here of 137 videos. We're talking about a curriculum whereby if you wanted to hone in on a particular process, you could. For example, if you wanted to hone in on Agile, just the Agile piece, you could scroll all the way down and maybe just get an idea of what Scrum is. Just an idea of what Scrum is. It's in bite-sized chunks. And like I said, we cover the entire spectrum of the PMBOK guide. You can see this is a video on Agile. You see, so if you wanted to go by process group, you wanted to go start off by studying develop project charter, identify stakeholders, direct and or develop project management plan, plan scope management, collect requirements, define scope, create WBS, going down instead of going across, you could. This curriculum affords you a lot of flexibility. Some people say, Phil, I studied the 5th edition and I just need to amp up my studying in those areas that I didn't focus on or I didn't know in the 5th edition. So manage project knowledge, for example, if you wanted to hone in on that, and you can see it's rather beefy, 17 minutes for one process. You know that we have done a killer job in getting the PMBOK guide under control. Every single process, every single one. I'm not talking about fluff. I'm talking about heavy content going into it. It's all covered. All right. Now, some people say, Phil, my problem is not necessarily the processes. I know the processes. My problem is formula driven. Well, you can take a trip all the way down towards the end, and you can watch videos in our Formula Mania series. So if you wanted to watch a video on WBS creation, you can see that's pretty heavy there, 23 minutes. Or you wanted a video on earned value, you can see we've got videos there on earned value management. Or maybe you don't know the technicalities of risk management, the way the risk score works or the way the probability impact matrix is used. You're confused about decision tree analysis. All that stuff is broken out for you here, you see. So whatever you need to hone in on, it's covered. We even have some examples of our virtual live training included. So towards the bottom, you can see we've got this virtual training sample here. If you click on that, it shows you an excerpt from our live virtual training. So there's a ton of content. You can just put yourself in the student seat and you see me interacting with our students online. You're put into a live setting in a classroom to learn from your instructor, from your friend Phil. Hey, don't waste a second. Now, going beyond this, some people say, but Phil, after I sign up, how do I take the quizzes? We've got you covered. You'd log on to our system. This is the system right here. It's the Praizion Learning Management System. You would log on and you would be able to take quizzes for each chapter. You can see the different chapters. And at the end, you've got that final mock exam. There's a lot of content here for you guys. Tons of stuff. And even beyond this, we have the hopelessly ridiculous, difficult PMP Exam 2020 Vision quizzes. This is just the quizzes for what you saw a few seconds ago. But on top of this, we've got a ton of quizzes from our 2020 series. that will really kick you into shape. You know, the 2020 vision quizzes are even more challenging than the quizzes in our main bank. So, for example, if I click on the 2020 vision quizzes, you can see this is a few of the quizzes. And these are not a cakewalk at all. These are very, very difficult to plow through quizzes. They're the kind of quizzes, for example, one of our students who killed the exam last week took all of these quizzes and was scoring marks that made her question, am I ready? I said, look, these are very difficult quizzes. Don't be hard on yourself. Go in, do it. And what happened? She went in and did it, killed the exam, using the content, the materials I've shown you to conquer the beast. All right. So if you are thinking of taking a stellar course that will get you to the point where you need to be, sign up. Don't waste another minute. I hope I'm answering your questions about how do I take the quizzes, how do I get the mock exam. When you sign up for the program, just send us your receipt or evidence of payment, and we'll put you on that learning management system. And you can watch these videos and take quizzes. Watch a video, take quizzes, or watch a set of videos. So you could watch the set of, for example, integration quizzes. Those seven videos. You could watch the set of 7 videos and then take the quizzes that correspond to those videos under integration management. Or, like I said, if you wanted to study by process group, you could. All right, so that's the first track. Okay. The next track is called PMP Exam Power Review Live. This is for people who are trying to ramp up, load up, and hit the exam hard. It's a very, very tough course for you to follow if you have not already studied the PMBOK guide. If you have not opened up this thing and you are jumping into the power review, it could be hard. But if you have studied the book and you already know the processes, the process groups, you've got an idea of the content, and you're like, Phil, I've been for my 35-hour course. I don't need a 35-hour course right now. I need to go to the next level. Hey, then probably this course, the PMP Exam Power Review, is the one you want to go for. So the PMP Exam Power Review at the moment is 16 hours of solid content. And we add content all the time, but right now it's 16 hours. And it takes you through all of the inputs, every single one. And not doing that by chapter, but covering part 1, all of the tools and techniques. Part 2, all of the inputs and outputs. Part 3, all of the processes, and lots more. If you're looking to jumpstart your deep dive into the world of the PMI, then this is the one for you. All right. Last but not least, we've got Understanding the Guide. Understanding the Guide tackles how to understand the PMBOK guide and what you should do to jump into understanding the PMBOK guide. So Understanding the Guide is based on my Get Good system, and I show you how to read the PMBOK guide without getting lost. In addition to that, part of this curriculum focuses on what you need to know for each chapter on the exam. So if I go to my purchases here, within my purchases, that particular curriculum, Understanding the Guide, I click to watch, and I scroll down to where I've got those Phil solo chapters. I can click on any of them and learn, okay, what do I need to know in communications, for example, communications management, for example. And very, very easy to understand, very straightforward. I take you through, hey, if you're taking the exam, these are some of the things you should watch out for. So it gives you a well-rounded view of what you need for your exam. So each of these tracks fulfills different purposes. But if you're looking at getting into the world of the PMI to take the PMP exam, I would highly advise that you jump on one of these tracks. If you've never been down this road before, jump into PMP Exam Prep Camp 2018. If you're already down the road and you need a power review to power your exam coming up in the next few weeks, and you want to take a 1 hour mock exam at the end, it's the power review for you. And if you are having a lot of trouble, I mean, if the PMBOK guide is meaningless, you, like, how do I even understand this thing? Or you're trying to chew it and you can't. Like I was stuck for the first 3 chapters trying to plow through the PMBOK guide, second edition, no traction, couldn't do it. But if you sign up for the Understanding the Guide, it's going to demystify stuff for you. It's going to help you. It's going to align you. It's going to help you know where the PMI is really taking you. All right. So I hope that helps you to understand how our system works. Like I said, the 35-hour course comes with great content in addition to what you see in Vimeo. Thank you very much for joining me. And if you have any more questions, don't forget to put them down below. All right. Look forward to speaking to you in another of these sessions. And all the best in your PMP or CAPM exam prep. CAPM exam test takers based on the 6th edition. You want to sign up for this course. CAPM exam test takers before May 21st. Don't forget, I still have some flashcards. So if you haven't gotten your flashcards and you are in the USA or in Europe and you're thinking of taking the CAPM exam before the 21st of May, I have free flashcards for the first few people that will send an email to support@praizion.com. Pimpy has been finding so many flashcards. If you don't know who Pimpy is, watch the other videos on the channel. But we've been finding more of these flashcards. And I thought, hey, why chuck them in the bin? Why not give them to CAPM exam test takers who can find value from them? All right. So I wish you all the best in your prep. Thank you for joining, and bye for now.